Today on In the Case Geek Culture, we have a short read Sunday recommendation of Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chiang. This is a really great, it's really a 30 comic book series wrapped up into three 10 count volume. They're 3 volumes, 10 in each. I don't know why that was so hard to say. That's pretty funny. But it's really fun. It's kind of what you think it is. And Brian K. Vaughan, he wrote on Lost for a while whenever it was good. He also has this series, it's one of my favorites, that it's kind of meandering right now, but it's called Saga, which is really good. He also did Why the Last Man, and he did this one Deus Ex Machina, and he has this one that's like about these spirits that just watch people have sex, which is really weird, and a couple other stuff that he's done. This one is probably number 3 or 4 in the ranking of what I like of his, but the other ones are super long compared to this. So it's about 7 to 10 minutes for each comic book. So you can get this over with in a weekend if you really want to. I mean, an hour or two on each one, and you'll be done. The art is amazing. Cliff Chiang is amazing. It's not quite Fiona Staples amazing. That's who Brian K. Vaughan works with on Saga, but it's almost there. And the coloring, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful book. But to kind of explain what happens here is you have Paper Girls at the start of it, and all of a sudden this person shows up that looks like an alien speaking some crazy language, and they follow them, and then you have the punks that are out like smashing pumpkins and shit too. It's all on Halloween is when it starts. And then they follow this guy, and they get sucked into basically a time machine, and time travel happens, and they go to the future, the past, all over. Somehow they're connected to the end of the universe and other things, and then they run into future selves, past selves. They run into beings that end up being taken by this time variance group that ends up being elite. It's a whole bunch of time travel and fighting fascists, basically, is what it is. I mean, it's Brian K. Vaughan. He's all about like fighting the fascists. So it's really fun, and how it ends is pretty. It's almost like 100% stuck. I'd say about 80% stuck landing, but it's just a fun read. It has like a Stranger Things vibe. If you're into that type of vibe, it has and a lot of cool memories of like 80s and stuff like that, and then cool ideas of the future. The books themselves are beautiful. If you have a chance to buy them this way, I get them on Amazon. I bought them on Amazon for like $20 each. Maybe, I think one of them I paid like $15. I think it was this one. Also, they pop up at Half Price Books a lot too. So I prefer these larger formats and the hardcovers because I read like crazy and I tear them up. That was one of the biggest things I didn't get into manga for, because I would tear them up. And I buy some trades, but I try not to. I try to wait until it comes out in hardcover. The price to me is worth it. But I can show you just a little bit of the books on the inside. I mean, it starts off really strong. You pop them open, ex libris, and you have the intro page, Paper Girls, Chapter 1. And they're out smoking this. I mean, look at the aesthetics of that right there, just alone. Black and white on yellow paper. It's beautiful. This is a dream sequence, so don't think the whole thing's like this. But just look how pretty that looks. Look at how 80s that is, and early 90s. It's beautiful. And a lot of people always say like 80s into early 90s because it bled over big time. And then it went super neon for a while. It was fun. And here's like one of these future people. I mean, it's crazy. It explains why they look like this and everything later on. I don't want to spoil anything, because this is a recommendation to read it. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but it's beautiful. You have like the time variance people. Look, there's a freaking, what is that called? A Quetzalcoatl or it's just a pterodactyl, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you kind of get left with a cliffhanger, of course, in the first book. And then you get to the second book, and it's more of like the past based. They go to the past. Like, look at these giant vultures. Cave woman with a baby. And you find out, like I said, they run into people throughout time, and they end up being larger parts of the story too. And there's one that found a space helmet, which is a time traveler's helmet, and he wrote the symbol on his chest for the power. It's funny. And then you have like these multi-dimensional being killer things that come out like these, and there's like a sphere one too, and they just rip holes in the universe and time and kill people. It's cool. You have people that dealt with the time travelers before these girls, and there's predictions. There's all kinds of stuff, and it just keeps going and looking beautiful. It's a beautiful art, beautiful story. And then the third book's more in the future, and they're hand radios, man. It's cool. You get the future technologies and things that you get to see too. It's fun. It's all around fun. So I won't spoil any more, but this is a great read. It's a short read. Check it out. Pick it up. Paper Girls by Brian K. Vaughan and Cliff Chiang. Like and follow.